Okay, so this is, wow, maybe take 3 on this video. I had a little trouble with space and us continuing, and the video continuing recording. So here we are at station 4 again. This is the second video that goes with station 4. I know in the first video, the last thing you saw was fill in any numbers without a decimal. That means that you add your decimal to the far right. The example for that is 485 equals 485.00. That just means that you can add a decimal to the right and add zeros in front of or behind your number. Okay, so our example is going to be 48 minus 44 and 394 thousandths. Okay, so we notice that our 48 does not actually have a decimal point written there, but that does not mean that that number does not have a decimal in it. So then we will write our number as so. I'll rewrite it here, 48, and I'm going to put 0.000. The reason I choose to put 3 zeros is because the 394, there's 3 places past the decimal, minus 44.394. Now at this point, all you have to do is go ahead and subtract just like normal. So I want to give an example of that. I know I have the answer showing, but that doesn't show you how I got there. So the most important thing is that we always understand the process of how we get to the answer. If you know the answer and you don't know how you got to it, then you don't know the answer. I'll be stressing that a lot this year. I would rather you have one step and understand that step than an answer that you do not understand. Okay, so at this point I need to take 4 away from 0, and I can't do that. Well, all of these are also zeros that need things taken away from them. That's why I'm going to go ahead and cross all 3 of these out, and I'm even going to cross out the 8 because it's the only number that I have that I can actually borrow from. I turn my 8 into a 7. These zeros are going to become 9s. They're actually 10s, but I have to borrow from them again, so they both become 9s, and my last 0 does become a 10. There's nothing further to the right to borrow from it. So 10 minus 4 gives you 6. 9 minus 9 gives you 0. 9 minus 3 gives you 6. And notice that I bring my decimal straight down. I write the decimal right here below it in the same place. So these are all of my less than 1 values. These are my greater than. This is the 1s digit and the 10s. So 7 minus 4 is 3, and 4 minus 4 is 0. So our answer is 3.606 thousandths. Our second example is going to be 24.79, or 24 and 79 hundredths, plus 3 and 6 tenths, and 6 and 824 thousandths. If you will notice in this example, there is a problem that I am not following the number 1 rule. Line up the decimals. So I'm going to rewrite this problem, and I'm going to do just that. And I'm also going to add in zeros. So I'm going to write 24.79, and you can add a 0 because you see that this 824 has 3 places past the decimal, so you know that's how far you're going to need to go. My 3.6, I line it up and make sure my decimals are lined up, and my 0 in front of the 3, and my 0 after 2 zeros after the 6's. And then I have 06.824 thousandths. So then at this point I can go ahead and add like normal. I just have to make sure that I line that decimal place up. So over here was just when I was adding numbers and they were higher than I knew in my head, so I went ahead and wrote it down separately. Okay, that should be the end of adding and subtracting decimals.